Unlike a Texas cop, we're gonna get right into this. Welcome to Portal, a game where you put holes in walls to violate the second law of thermodynamics, as well as the law of conservation of energy. That voice you hear is GLaDOS, the AI that I'm trying to kill because I'm upset that 2001: A Space Odyssey didn't live up to the hype. After watching 8.57 vines or a maximum of one full-length YouTube short, the first portal opens and we can poorly do an accelerated backwards hop around our prison. Make sure to hit the wall here, it's very important. Get ready folks for the first trick shot of the game where I channel Michael Jordan from Space Jam and dunk this cube on the button. First try. So here make sure to do a 180 and furiously backwards hop to confuse your enemies. Portal is well known for its non-invasive and extremely intuitive tutorial, but I consider myself an independent woman, so I'll turn around, ABH onto the portal gun, and set up what's known as an edge glitch. Here I'm going to use my Dark Witch's magic by accidentally sneezing on the floor to contact Beelzebub so I can glance into hell and shoot this cross, which is extremely fitting. Then I do a portal peek to get onto this ledge, where I will spend the rest of my time apologizing to my grandmother for that last joke. So this one is kind of cool. It doesn't say very much time, but it makes me seem interesting, so. I forgot how to do this one, so I'll just do a portal-assisted 360 and skip it entirely. This chamber introduces a huge obstacle. We're just gonna skip it entirely. The portals actually have travel time, which we can use to our advantage here by peeking out. Then I'm gonna tow Mater off of this ledge. After I fall, I'm gonna shoot a portal up here, then I'm gonna rotate so you don't get sick, and then tell Chewie to hit the hyperdrive. Here's where you get the dual portal gun. It's the biggest chamber yet, so we're gonna grab the device like Indiana Jones, then hit the nuclear launch button, and then skedaddle out of there. What did I just say? Do an accelerated backwards hop out of the elevator as I remind you that there is a third secret Jonas brother. Up here, there are some look triggers, which mean that the puzzle objects will only move if you make uncomfortable prolonged eye contact. Now you need to take a leap of faith, but catch yourself because of the aforementioned independent woman thing. Oh boy, I can hardly wait to show you the second trick shot. First try. This one is another great tutorial that teaches you how to move from. So we're just gonna skip it entirely. After you fling yourself across the Berlin Wall, make sure to slam your face for the lawsuit later, and if you're not as patient as I am, you can catch this energy ball right before it bounces back, saving a few seconds. Speaking of patience, this elevator is slow, so we'll just teleport behind it and try not to offend it further. So ABH away. This is one of the hardest puzzles of the entire game. It took me a while on my first run through despite looking. We're just gonna skip it entirely by doing a portal stand, then shooting the ceiling and letting Jesus take the wheel. For this one, we can clip into the back rooms, as I am told the kids say. Try not to get fingerprints on the death machine in front of you. Perform another edge glitch, and then take a step back to process your mortality. Then input the highly classified code that I am actually risking my life to show you. If done correctly, you should now have infinite Robux. This level is nice because it introduces us to our one and only friend that will need to solve this rigorous test chamber involving multiple segments of puzzling hindrances outlined by portal bump to the other side of this glass to skip it entirely. After being told to kill your only friend, ramp off the stairs, then make sure to look at the innocent heart one more time and throw it in the incinerator. You know, independent woman, we've talked about this. This next tactic involves destroying personal property, which my ex-girlfriend Tammy will love. After messing with this emotionally negligent camera for far too long, portal your way over there with hate in your heart. Slowly though, you'll come to the conclusion that everyone makes mistakes. So, give it one final kiss with an apology, promise you'll go to anger management, and part ways. Here it is, the final test chamber. Everything that you've learned so far will be needed, so we're just gonna skip it entirely. Make sure to jump over the portal to prove to yourself that you could have been on the track and field team in high school. Coach Terrence just doesn't know talent. I shot a little high here, but it is safe to nudge your way down towards the fiery pit storing the souls of most politicians. Shoot to the left of this box and load the level transition on your first attempt. This is the turret ambush part of the game, which I love, so I'll snap back to reality. Shoot a portal at this invisible surface, make sure that portal funneling is on, and then launch yourself via willpower and, a bit of help from gravity, I guess. Now poorly ABH down this corridor, and then after gaining confidence, do the exact same thing again. You can kidnap this turret for personal gain. Though they technically are sentient, they're still robots, so it's a moral gray area, which basically means it's okay. Cosplay some Swiss cheese before you enter this room, and use the stray bullets to damage GLaDOS. Use your surgically implanted hawk eyes to search the room for the cores that she drops. After completing your marble collection, we're gonna channel all of our rage into a final anime protagonist-worthy edge glitch, assuming that you can solve the final puzzle of placing the portals correctly. You've come a long way in the past 6 minutes and 25 seconds, and with a glint in your eye, you can banish these cores to Comcast offices, the DMV, or another place with equivalent hate and despair. If you look up, you'll see a light whiter than anyone who unironically says the words golly and gee in that order. If you think about it, this cutscene is kind of like the ending of this video. The raining debris represents the mistakes we made along the way, but the fresh air represents our determination. Unless I completely misunderstood it, and the cutscene is literally the end of the video, which would be really stupid.